Let's talk about design and representation. So, what is representation to me? Representation is for designers like us to showcase our ideas, to showcase who we are on a conveyor belt to our audience. And this is done by giving drawings, sketches, writings, poetry, whatever it is, and to give that to our audience. The key issue lies in that we fear that whatever we create, our product is useless and just impermanent because the world, quite frankly, is expanding and changing, growing at a really quick rate. So we have to keep up. And that marginalized groups are still often left out in these design processes. How we tackle these, however, can be seen as we have to be more confident in what we do. We have to learn more, study more, so that we have that confidence to know that our product will last in the long term. And then we have to include much more diverse communities, micro communities in design processes. Representation now in, I took architecture design and theater design as my examples. They both quite straightforward. It's objectivity versus subjectivity. One focuses more on numbers, math, stuff like that, whereas theater design, you focus more on feelings and personal connections. For the future, I believe architectural design, we have to focus more on sustainability. We have to incorporate these things so that we can address environmental issues and, still embracing technologies, still learning new things. And for theater design, it's to set a new broad range of skills. Maybe it's 3D modeling or Photoshop, whatever it is. You have to stay hungry, stay curious, and be adaptable. Now, my botanical agent chosen for today is the rosemary. Now, a rosemary is used by humans to cook as part of our recipes, but for bees, it's a very crucial food source for their survival. And for human harvest, it's quite straightforward. It's just cutting the springs from the plant, whereas for a bee, it's also the standard pollinating process. Now, this is my highlight of the different stages of the rosemary from day 1 to day 12. And you can see it slowly loses its color, it slowly loses its leaves, and it also loses its aroma over time. And this is the rough sketches I did as part of it. And you can see I included a flower because that's the most important thing for the bee, which is not the stem. And this perspective will be used again in the 3D part. This is the 2D vectors. Everything here has a relationship or connection with the plant. Respectively, they are the butterfly, a $1 coin, a bee, and a human hand. Now, for my first box one render view, its main idea is how would a bee look at the rosemary from the eyes of a human? Uh, Primarily focusing on the lack of a flower, which I mentioned earlier. We don't care about the flower. So you can see from all three of the boxes, the flower is just not there. And this is the box two, axonometric line representation view. And to look at it at a more close-up version, my idea behind this, is just the reverse. How would the bee, how would we look at the plants from the perspective of a bee? It's much bigger and everything, but more importantly, I put in encountering it in the wild as a way to show more development in my ideas. Now, for the imagine part, I believe it all comes down to one word, which is patience, because throughout this assignment, it has taught me to be patient, and it's what a rosemary stands for too, because like I said, if we are able to represent the rosemary, we are able to know what it is in a more deeper level. And it showed me that rosemary is in a long line of people who tried everything, who tried cooking it, who tried making oil out of it. And it just shows resilience, determination, and patience. And this is a very important quality for an architecture major for myself, so that I know in the future that I could keep trying and that I should understand something from different perspectives. Like who wants a building? Where is the building? Why do you want the building? What is the building? And so all of this, if I'm able to just sit down and analyze each problem slowly, I believe that's the key to success in my major. And that's about it.